Okay, now we can see the damage, and the good news here is that none of this stuff got up into the engine. Our alternator is fine, all the belts and pulleys are fine, and our condenser and radiator are still both usable. Now, this frame rail did exactly what it was designed to do, and it compressed about 2 inches, as you can see by these crumple zones here. This one is completely absorbed here, so this frame absorbed the energy so the driver didn't have to. The first real pull is done with the mow clamp locked down with an impact gun. And we're pulling straight out on the front of the rail using the bumper attachment point. Now you can see that my chain is weighted down with another chain. That's just in case the clamp pulls loose or tears out a chunk of metal and goes flying. Remember, there's 5 tons of force against this metal, and that much power deserves some respect. Notice how I'm pulling and releasing the energy. This wakes up the metal's molecules and makes the pull safer and easier. You can listen to your pump as well. If you hear it slowing down, that means it's loading up, and you may need to reposition your clamp. Another helper is your BFH. If you can see where the metal is kinked, you can persuade it back into shape as well. And all of this, combined with some patience, will get your metal back to its original position, which is where it really wants to be anyway. Okay, with the help of a frame dimension guide and a tape measure, we're within a 1/4 inch of the factory specs on this frame rail. And there's no other kinks or wrinkles on the rail behind the damage here, so we're good to go. A little bit of cosmetic work on this apron, and on the side of the rail, we're ready to start hanging sheet metal.